My first number one rule, don't try to run in wedges, high heels, because especially when you're old, it doesn't work. So just rolled my ankle 2 weeks ago and it still hurts. It takes a lot longer to heal, I guess, now. So you can go ahead and click it. My name is Paula Cavender. I'm the Director of Dual Credit at Grayson College. I'm going to talk to you this evening about what dual credit is. I am a mother. Now I'm a me, but I'm a mother. Both of my daughters went through that. I was a high school teacher before, and then I was a curriculum director at a school district. I went to Grayson the year that my oldest was a senior in high school. So I was right where you are now, and it hadn't been that long ago. And so I hope that I can answer some of those questions and let you know I'm human, I'm nice, I'm a mom, I'm a teacher, and hopefully the partnership between us, we can help your child become a good college student ready to go on to university somewhere else, because that's what both of mine did, and I believe that dual credit did help them with that. So we'll answer those questions. You can go ahead and click. I usually have a clicker. What dual credit is students have the opportunity to take college courses while they're still in high school. The good thing is that they get to use those college courses to check off some of those required high school courses. So they're doing two things at once. They're completing their high school transcript, that graduation plan. They're checking off that list. They're also beginning a college transcript. And that college transcript will transfer where they go, the GPA, and the experience of taking a dual credit class. They're going to be starting on the high school transcript and the college transcript. So that's where the dual part comes into. Okay. This is my oldest. I'll show you pictures of us. It's cut off a little bit, but what the dual credit classes are real college classes. They're taught by college instructors, and Pottsboro students are very, very lucky. They get to go out to the college campus and take those classes, so it's even more real for them. The other high schools, I work with 23 high schools in Grayson and Fannin County. I have like 1,100 students. And Pottsboro students and another school are the only ones that actually go to our campus to take those classes. So they're actually on campus in the environment. They have to find a parking spot like all the other college students. The courses do cost money. They're more rigorous. They're harder than a high school course. Of course they are. They're college. It's high school secondary, college is post-secondary, so it's going to be harder. It's the example I always use is when you're playing 7th or 8th grade ball, football, basketball, track, whatever you're doing, volleyball, then you go to high school and you start playing JV. It's a little bit faster, a little more aggressive, a little more fast and furious. Then you start playing varsity. Oh, it's a whole new world. It's kind of going to be that transition for your students. Okay, click. The courses that we offer for dual credit for the Pottsboro students that go out to the college and take are part of the Texas core. You know, like when your students were in the 8th grade and they were going to go to high school, everybody knows that you have to have 4 years of English, you have to have a certain amount of science, math. It's kind of like the core. Then if they want to, they can take either ag or they can venture off into different areas, band, athletics. The Texas core for colleges and universities is kind of like that. There are 18 courses that are part of the Texas core. Texas says that core will transfer to any state university if it's taken at a community college. If it's taken at a state university like Texas Tech, it'll transfer to Grayson College or a community college. They may call them different numbers. For example, our history courses, there's a History 1301, History 1302. Texas A&M Commerce may call it History 1401 or something different like that. But there's a website, and you'll get a frequently asked question sheet at the end of this. It has that website on there. You can actually look at that and see that if you're really detailed enough and you already know, where your student's going to go and what degree they're going to declare, you can go to that university's website and look up that course and make sure that it is going to be part of that degree. Okay? This is for Texas public schools. Baylor University is a private school. So I'm not going to say that it's going to transfer to that. I will tell you that we've had super good luck with like University of Arkansas, Fayetteville, the Oklahoma schools, they do accept all of these courses. Southeastern accepts everything, so those are the out-of-state. Now, some small college in Missouri that it's not well known, they may not accept that. So you need to think about that if you know where your child's going to go. But the experience is good also. Go ahead. These are the courses, possible 24 courses to take to transfer for college students. Guys, when you take full-time, like if you graduate from high school and you go to college and you enroll in August, to be full-time, you can enroll in 12 hours, which means 4 classes, or 15 hours, which means 5 classes. So 15, you can look, that's a pretty good chunk out of their first year that they're going to get taken care of while they're here, and we can watch over them. Okay, click. We also have technical courses at the college. Those are offered at 1 o'clock in the afternoons. These are Associate of Applied Science courses that go into that Associate of Applied Science degrees. When you hear the word applied, it's kind of like kindergarten center time. You get to go and actually do that stuff. Heating and air conditioning, you start out right off the bat learning about electricity because you don't need to shock yourself. With the welding program, you learn the differences in safety in the shop. That's the first thing that you're going to learn when you go there. So those are some of the courses that we do offer at 1 o'clock in the afternoons. By the way, that's when the other dual credit courses for Pottsboro offered at the college. On Monday and Wednesday, they'll take a class. On Tuesday and Thursday, they'll take a class. Fridays, not sure, they'll address what they do on Fridays. I don't want to say anything, but I think in the past, maybe they've gotten, seniors
You
have
get
gotten.
a free Friday.
Seniors and juniors?
And juniors.
Wow, okay. All right, let's click. So why would we want to do dual credit? Well, I will tell you, as a mom, I liked the dual credit because I knew that my children were going to go off somewhere. They were going to leave their mother, and they went away 3 hours away. I knew that they were going to have a social adjustment, just like kind of when they went from middle school to high school. There's just an adjustment socially. They were going to be living in a strange dorm, strange bed, strange roommate, eating strange food in the cafeteria, learning a strange campus. All socially, they were going to learn a lot of new things. But I knew since they had taken dual credit courses, college level courses, they would know how to do the college thing, not the social thing. A lot of times, think about it, an 18-year-old goes off to university somewhere. That's a lot of change because you've got to learn to log into everything's electronic now, guys. The students log into that portal. That's how they communicate with their instructors. Even if they go to class and talk to them, that's how they communicate. That's how they upload essays. That's how they upload projects. Well, they have to learn how to navigate through the college vocabulary. It's a little bit different. We call it a class schedule. Colleges call it a syllabus. Well, they'll already have that knowledge because they're taking dual credit because we're working them through that and letting them know that. Is that my phone? I thought I turned it down. Oh, okay. It does get them a jump start on their degree. I will tell you, when I said like the four courses is full-time, a lot of times you will take 5 courses to be full-time, but if you got ahead in some ways, it would allow, if you were getting into some harder classes, to just take those 4 classes. College classes are a lot harder, require a lot more time. That we may not require it in some of the freshman and sophomore level classes, but once they get into some of those junior and senior level classes, it might be nice if they had just 4 classes instead of 5. They weren't having to hump it and take so many at a time. The price, I can't see it. My husband liked it because community college prices, it's a community college. Some of our property taxes do go to that college. It's more affordable. Grayson told me to quit saying it's cheaper. They said, say it's more affordable. Well, it's cheaper, and it's the same class. I liked that. My husband liked it even better, and I'll show you prices of university. If you haven't looked at college prices lately, they have gone up. Okay, kind of cut off there. All right, this is my other one on top there. She was a socialite. She had a lot of fun. That made me even feel better because, guys, dual credit students at Grayson College, I have 1,100 students. There's about, I feel like I'm mother to all of them. I have a fourth of the enrollment at the college. The GPA for the dual credit students is higher always than the other students, the adult students. Now we know they probably have jobs and families and things, and they don't have to worry about attendance as much as we do here because I'm looking after them, the dual credit instructors are looking after them, the counselors are looking after them, and you guys are looking after them also. So I felt like this one, I was so glad she had really good GPA for her dual credit classes so that when she started having fun and she had that one semester that wasn't so great, it did not keep her from getting her scholarships, the student loans, and all of that because you do have to keep a C average. And a lot of students in college, if they're just borderline on the C and they make 1D, it'll pull them down and they may lose their scholarship or may lose something. So I was glad that that didn't happen with her. Okay. So how much does it cost? Everybody wants to know exactly. I can't ever tell people exactly how much it costs because every class, everywhere, universities everywhere, has a different lab fee. They have these little lab fees. I can't explain what they are, why they have them. I'm just going to tell you that they're there. Like the English lab fee may be $10. Well, the history lab fee may be $12. So I can tell you it's around $280 each. Now, that's college classes go in semesters, August to December, and then January to May. So when you're looking at this, you can see the fall, that's going to be $560. That's what the seniors will be taking. And the spring, right after Christmas, we've got to come up with it again. And then you can see what we do with, this is sophomores, that was for something else. Juniors, they take the History 1301 in the fall, History 1302 in the spring, and then half of them will take the psychology in the fall, half will take the speech. That's because speech teacher said, I can't have 40 speeches to listen to in one semester. I can't get them all graded. She said that about 3 years ago, so we started splitting them. The next semester they flip-flop, but you know what I love about it? They can share books that way, because you do have to purchase those books. But they'll all be together in those history classes. But you know what? That's a great experience for them too, to be separated a little bit. They're in there together with other Pottsboro students. They may not be in there with their very, very, very best friend, but it's okay. It's just 2 days a week. They're going to be okay. Okay, click. Dual credit scholarships. People ask, well, can we get student loans or do you have scholarships for dual credit? The federal law, FAFSA, if you've heard Pell Grant, things like that, student loans, you can only get those if you're a high school graduate. Well, they're not high school graduates yet. So what Grayson does is it costs about $200,000 a year that we waive tuition. If a student's on the free school lunch program, their tuition and fees are paid. The students are required to pay for the textbooks. If they're on the reduced school lunch program, we cut it 50%. They'll have to pay 50% of the tuition and fees. But again, they'll have to pay for all the textbook. And that will cover those courses, fall, spring, fall, spring. Any questions on that? Okay. But when we look at these prices compared to university tuition, a lot of freshmen are required to live in the dorms. So that's why colleges, when we're going to look at these costs, it's going to look like a lot more, because if you're a freshman, even first after graduation, if you're a fresh graduating senior, they're going to consider you a freshman, because then they can require you to live in the dorms, and they require you to be on a meal plan. And usually, from what I've seen, the tuition and fees is one price, and then staying in the residence hall, the meal plan is going to be equal to that everywhere. I will tell you that there are going to be different fees. I know that not that one, she did intramurals, but the oldest one didn't do intramurals, but she still paid $100 a semester. for intramurals. It's just a fee that's tagged on, and it's just what they do. Okay, click. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, so go ahead and click it again. I just compared to where a lot of our students go. You can see a graph on the next slide.
Basically it's saying, and I'm loud, don't cut her up, that the Grayson is going to be about a total, if you take one semester of full load, which is going to be about 5 classes, it's going to be about $1,400. If you take the same thing at UNT, the same classes and same levies and everything, your total is going to be about $5,000. So as you can see, it's almost tripled UNT versus what Grayson is.
I'm not saying, I'm here to explain about the dual credit program. I'm not here to tell you don't go to university. By all means, both of mine went. Just want parents to realize how much it is. It is a lot of money. When we hear of these students that can't pay back their student loans, this is probably a lot of the reason why. It's very, very expensive. And when we look at those numbers right there, that's just for tuition and fees. Double that for the residence halls. But don't be discouraged. We got scholarships. We're just white middle class family. But we got it through the university that we were going to attend. That was our best luck. The Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, all those big fancy scholarships, that didn't even open our letter, I'm sure. But we applied through the university, and I will tell you that the higher the GPA on those college courses, I had one, she's a nurse, another one, she's an ag teacher at Anna right now. But when they got to be juniors, they kept really good GPAs, and I think a lot of it was the Dual Credit Foundation and probably their mother, hammering at them all the time, saying, you're gonna have student loans if you don't get some scholarships. And they started offering them money at the end. They would look in their student account and say, Mom, I just got $2,000 for some reason. It was because they knew that they were going to complete, and they get credit for completers. So it didn't happen right off the bat, but the longer that they took, they did give them more help. That doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. I'm just going to say we had really good luck with that. But they did keep their grades up. Grades are very, very important for that, because that's what people look at. I know it may not mean anything, but that's what the colleges look at. So what now? The first thing that if they decide to do this, if the students decide to do this, first thing you have to do when you go to any college or university, you have to apply to that college and university. I will be here Friday all day, and I'll be meeting with the students, and I'll be walking them through that no fun, very boring, horrible application for you. It doesn't commit them to do that. It's a great experience for them to have to reflect, where was I born? What is my zip code? Things like that. I will walk them through the application. It doesn't commit them, but they've completed a college application. I'll also help them set up an Apply Texas account, which is what Texas requires every student to create. And then if they want to apply to any Texas school, they do it through that account. So I'll help them do all of that. I do a ton of them every spring. I can do it with my eyes closed. I will help them do that on Friday. So between now and then, students, if you're going to do this, you're going to play with me on Friday, you got to figure out where you were born. A lot of them know the state, and sometimes we have to guess at the city, but figure out where you were born. The next check off would be they have to prove that they're college ready by test scores. We do live in Texas, so it's test scores for if we have new juniors, and you're going to be seniors. If you're already taking dual credit right now, if anybody's here that's doing that, you don't have to reapply. You're good to go. Your test scores are good to go. You are good. All you have to do is turn in a permission form that tells the high school, this is what I want to do, then they'll send it to me. For sophomores that are going to be newbies, you're the ones that are going to have to do the application, or if you're a junior and you're going to be a newbie, you have to do the application. The test scores that Texas says we can use for dual credit only, not for graduates, but for dual credit, they say that we can use their STAR end of course, the sophomore level, the English 2 end of course, which sophomores haven't taken yet. Do very well on that, guys, please, because you need to make a 4,000 on that. I know that means nothing to you, but it's very doable though. And So we'll look at that. If you're a junior, you already have those scores, we'll look at those here at the school. The school has all that, but we'll let them know what they need to do. We'll be in communication with these students and let them know. There's a test at the college that you can go take. I think it's $25 now, and you can go take. You have to prove that your reading and writing is at the level of the college level, and that's what you have to prove with a test score. So we'll walk them through that. But if y'all haven't taken that test yet, go ahead and do very well on that, so we don't have to worry about that this summer. The third step is there is a permission form, and we'll hand that out. Kids sign off on it. Parents sign off on it, because we want to make sure that you know what they're committing you, the money that they're committing you to, and that this is a joint effort. We're going to be in partnership with each other. I will help them. I'd take the classes for them if I could. No, just kidding. But I do try to help them because I want them to not be afraid of college. I want them to be successful in college, and I won't do everything for them, but I will certainly coax them through it and help them any way that I can, and never be mean or rude to them, of course, because I am a mom, and I love it when I see the little light bulbs go on and they're excited about college. Say clicky. You can't really see that, but this just shows the steps. Step 1, we have to make sure they apply to the college. We're going to take care of that. We have to have that permission form that parents sign off on, kids sign off on. And I tell them all the time, if you can't turn in a permission form for dual credit, you don't need to take dual credit. If you're not responsible enough for that, we should invest money. I mean, maybe here's something. It doesn't mean not ready for college. It just means at this point in their life, they may not be ready for that steady responsibility. Also tell parents, if you're having to bring gym clothes up 2 days a week, lunches 3 days a week, you need to have a hard talk with your child and say, this is for real, because we want it to be a good experience for them. I don't want them to just take for the numbers. I want it to be a truly good experience where they have confidence when they go off that the college work isn't that hard. I just have to do it. I just have to be able to organize myself and do it. The high school, when they get that permission form that we're fixing to pass out, they'll check off and make sure everything's okay. We require the high school to sign off, because our number one goal is for the kids to graduate from high school. They need to make sure that they're going to get all the credits and they can use all those credits, and it's going to be okay here. I don't want to take a bunch of college and then not graduate from high school. Doesn't do any good. Then Grayson will send me that form. Pottsboro will send me that form once it's done this summer, and I will work all summer to get these kids enrolled. I'll email them and let them know in August, and I'm going to hand them to them and tell them they've got to check their email. They've got to be a little bit responsible. They'll check their email. I'll tell them exactly how to log in. I do step 1. Step 1, please forward this email to your parents. Step 2, do this. Step 3, watch this video. It teaches you how to do that. One thing I ask of you parents is, if you have any questions, you can call me and ask me, but if you think that your child could do it, have them call me. It's a great experience for them. They're going to have to learn to talk to strangers and articulate themselves, leave their phone numbers when they leave a message, not just, hey, will you call me back? I don't know how to call you back. So it's a great experience. I'm nice to them. It's just a teaching opportunity for them. You can sit right there beside them. I did that with my students. Like if they were, my own children, if they were going to email an instructor or something, I watched over them. I didn't do it for them because I knew that they were going to be gone and they had to be independent. Step 4, that probably falls back to parents, I don't know, but the payment. You just need to make sure that they do know that they're enrolled in college. Does anybody, what day does Pottsboro start in the fall? Have you done your calendar?
No, but North Matthew says it is on August 20th.
Okay, first day of Pottsboro, first day of dual credit. So if they show up here, or that Sunday night before school starts, and they have no idea if they're enrolled or not, they didn't take care of business, because they should have already checked their email, and they should have known that they were enrolled, and payment is due before that. At Grayson, the payment for tuition is always due the Thursday before classes start on Monday. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, go ahead and click, and there's my new grandbaby. There's my phone number. The frequently asked questions that we're fixing to pass out has that email address, y'all. I'm obsessive. I check it all the time on my phone. I will answer your questions the best that I can. Also, our website, if you, under programs, dual credit, my phone number and stuff's there also. But we take care of a lot of it, honestly, with email, because I can send links and things like that. But most of the time, if I can talk to the kids, we can get it straightened out quicker, because they're gonna listen to me all day Friday, and they're gonna know. They're gonna get to know me. Any questions? Okay, let me limp over here.